Are you wanting to start keto, but finding that your research is absolutely overwhelming with all the things online on how to start keto? What is keto? What is ketosis? What are macros? How to understand reading labels? Everything can be so overwhelming and sometimes halt our process of just starting. So today we are going to talk about a resource that I have made for you guys that will hopefully streamline that process and get you on your journey to health a little quicker. So let's talk about that. Hi friends, and welcome to Keto with Libby. I am Libby, and I am honestly so excited to share this with you guys. I have made a free guide for keto made simple. Starting keto, everything you need to know as a beginner. And honestly, this is everything I wish that I knew when I was starting keto, because maybe I would have been a little bit more successful and not have fallen off the wagon so many times. And we are going to talk about everything that is included in that guide. So if you want to download it, it is going to be in the description below, but let's talk about what's in it. Obviously, the first question all of us have when we hear about the ketogenic diet is, what is keto and how it works, why it works, what is it? And that is exactly what the first page of this guide goes over. I really made it easy to digest. I explained what keto is, what ketosis is, and why ketosis works. I also have a video, a YouTube video on this, so I will link that in the description above so that you can go watch that and pair it with the first page of this guide to help you even better understand keto. Because when we have a better understanding of something, I think it helps us to stick to it more. Now that we understand what keto is, why it works, all of those things, let's talk about what we can eat on keto. So this page goes through some keto acceptable foods and then some unacceptable bad foods. And then I also will include my 2 food lists that I give to my coaching clients. And these are just comprehensive lists of things that we should eat and things we should stay away from to keep our body in ketosis and keep us going in the right direction. So the next page, we need to focus on macronutrients, which is our protein, our fats, and our carbs. We just figured out what we can eat. Now we need to figure out how much of each we can eat. Now, I think that I have a pretty good metaphor on what to focus on with our macros. So carbs should be a hard stop, protein is your goal, and fat is used for a hunger lever. I don't remember where I heard this from initially, but I absolutely love it and it stuck with me. So on this page, it goes over the macros, why each of those is important, and it also gives you that metaphor so you have it on hand when you are trying to figure out what your macros are. I will also link in the description below a few apps that I really like to use to help me track my macros. I personally use Senza, but there are quite a few that I have talked about before, but Senza is the one that I personally love, so that will also be linked down below. So when we are starting keto, there is this phase called fat adaptation, and we can get symptoms of what is commonly called the keto flu. Now this next page goes over what the keto flu is, symptoms of it, how to prevent it, what supplements can help. My way to combat the keto flu is electrolyte supplements. I will link those down below. I always have those linked down below because I think they are super important. And if you did not watch my 11-month update, I got completely kicked out of ketosis. I did not have my electrolyte supplements, and I was trying to supplement with food, but I did not do enough, and I got the keto flu. And it's awful, and it can easily derail you when you're first getting started. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you listen to the recommendations on this page, because having the keto flu is not fun, and a lot of people don't continue with keto because of the keto flu, and that's really a shame. The next thing that's really important to have as a skill or be able to do when you're starting keto is understanding how to read labels and net carbs. Now, I recommend doing net carbs because our body doesn't use the fiber. It doesn't have much of an effect on us. So I always recommend net carbs. There is conflicting research on it. Do what is best for you. But I put on here how to understand net carbs and how to read the labels and figure out what the net carbs are, because that gets confusing, especially when you add in sugar, alcohols. All of that is in the guide because it can be overwhelming. And again, I don't like to feel overwhelmed. I don't know about you guys. The last page is something I'm really excited about because it is a 1-week meal guide for you guys. I basically sat down and looked at my Senza app and pulled a week of what I ate and put it into a meal guide for you guys, because this is real life food, real life recipes. Some of the recipes are on my channel. I will link those down below in the description so you have an easy reference for those. But it just focuses on the whole foods, the natural foods, and trying to keep keto as simple as possible, because that is how it is meant to be. Focus on the whole foods, the natural foods, and keep yourself in ketosis to keep you feeling amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I greatly appreciate it. I really hope you find this guide helpful. Leave me comments down below if you did. And don't forget to stick around for the next video, because that is the how keto works and why it works. Might as well just jump over and watch that one and download your free guide. I will see you in the next one. Bye.